Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's sweet Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome. And you might hear a little bit of a lisp. I have got an raging toothache, so my top teeth are out. It's on the bottom, but my top teeth are out because everything's uncomfortable in my mouth. And if you've had one, you know. But anyhow, I just thought I'd make a video, get my head out of it, and try not to think about it. So on we'll go, and you'll see by the title, this is long, slim clip points. Now, like a lot of my story is change. You know, all through my collecting, my YouTube career, if you like, I have changed constantly. And much like the stag video I done the other day, I kept thinking, well, what else have what has changed? And I thought, do you know what? I've just bought this knife. I just bought this beautiful Boker. It's a slimline clip point. I think they're calling it a Stockman, slimline Stockman or whatever it's called. I don't know. They call it whatever name they like. It's just a slimline slip joint to me, clip point, and it's beautiful. It's in micarta, absolutely beautiful micarta, stunning. Burlap micarta, I should say, black burlap. And you would think black burlap wouldn't have much life in it, but it really does. It really has that look, and it's got that lovely feeling to it. This is not the rough sort. It's quite smooth, but it's still comfortable in the hand. It is beautiful. I don't feel as if I'm going to lose it, and it's got that sort of serpentine shape to it. Beautiful in the hand. This is a full four-finger grip. All these knives are 4 inches and a bit. Some of them. This one is 3.5 inches, but I put it there for a reason, so we'll come to that anyway. But this is the latest one I got, and I bought this off Slippy over at Slip Joint Sawyer. He was selling a few knives off, and I bought two of them. This one and a Concept, which is a knife brand I'd never had before, and I just thought I would try it. So, and I'll have to say, his prices were amazing. So thank you, Slippy. I really do appreciate it. Um, I love this knife. It's a Boker. I like Bokers anyway. I love this. Look at that, acid washed and tumbled and rough tumble. It's a beautiful looking blade. It will never show any wear, I wouldn't have thought. Uh, it's nice, it's long. This is in, I believe, what is this in? It might even be 01. I have a funny feeling it might be 01. Not quite sure. Do you know, I'm going to have a wee look here while we're doing. I get my big glasses out and we'll have a look and see what that says down there. Looks like it. Let me just have a look. Yep, it's an 01 tool steel, so a super, really great steel, and a lovely slim example of a knife that up until a year ago, I really had no interest in getting. I always thought that 4 inch handle was a bit long, and I'm changing my mind. And it's one of those things that creeps up on you because for years I had this knife. This is a Shaten Morgan in this beautiful wood, which I'm still not 100% sure what it is, but it is stunning and I don't care what it is. This is a 1 of 30, so this is a rare bird, which means it's 1 of 30, the wooden handle. They probably have different bone or whatever, but 1 in 30 of this wooden pattern, which I just adore. And the two rings up there are just stunning. They really make that small bolster. But this is the only one I had, and I only had this. I bought this because one, it looked gorgeous, but I wasn't even buying it to use. It was just to have a long, slim clip point in my collection. This is more on the lines of there's a tiny little swell here. You can see that in the center. There's a little swell there. So, it's just a beautiful knife. I love it. It's unusual. I'm not keen on this clip, but it gives it a sort of, I don't know, a real different look of a clip point. And I love different. I like having things that are different, and really, really enjoy that blade. And that sort of one that I had for years and didn't do anything. Then when I was over at the Sharp Show last year, I managed to pick this beautiful new old stock George Wilson home. Look at that. It is in a mint condition. Absolutely mint. Not a scratch. Nobody has even touched it. Um, beautiful bone on it. Look at that. It's not just beautiful bone. It's not the like a hen or whatever, a hen's foot bone. I'm not sure what they call that, but it is just gorgeous. And that sort of cranberry colour to it, just beautiful. Now this again is, would you call that a serpentine shape? I suppose you could. That Stockman sort of a shape. It's beautiful in hand. Again, that long slim bolster that's got a wee bit of girth in it in the centre just makes it beautiful. And a lovely, simple little swedge on one side and on the other side as well. You can see a tiny little swedge, but it makes all the difference with that long pull. I love that knife. So then I got this puppy here, and this is a case Copperhead. And what a gorgeous blade. Again, it's a 4-inch handle. Just a lovely, simple clip point, but long, slim. And I actually think they're less threatening than a lot of other bigger knives because they haven't got the that angry clip. It's more of a slim, gradual clip that takes, because sometimes clip points can be quite angry looking. And I'm going to prove that in a wee minute. But I just love this. The pattern's beautiful. Again, that full 4-inch, you've got a great blade on it there. And these blades are running in at, it's about 3 inches, that one. Which is, somewhere around what most of them are. This being the smallest is literally, oh there you go, just under 3 inches. But a smaller handle. And then, lo and behold, you start getting them, and then all of a sudden, up comes my grail knife, this Romano. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? It is just a beautiful, long, slimish clip point. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And again, the clip point in it is just stunning. The grip in the hand, oh, just heaven. This one's a bit thicker than most of them, which is what attracted me to it with this handle. It was a real great, this is the sort of beefy one of the lot. And if it's the beefy one, then the last one here is a John Lloyd, an American knife maker, and I've been led to believe this is a grizzly bear or a brown bear, and not a polar bear that I called it. So there you go. I learned something. But just look at that lovely slim, that tiny little nail nick, which we've seen on some of the Japanese knives. And I didn't even relate to this. I'd forgotten this was so small. But it fits in beautifully. It doesn't look out of place. It still lets the clip be the clip and the show off, and this just blends in. And I love this. The blade to handle ratio on this is amazing, because there's a case, and look at that. I mean, this is a half an inch bigger than this, but yet there's literally a fraction, wouldn't even be an eighth of an inch difference in the size of the blade. So it's lovely and slim, and it's just one of those trapper sort of patterns, except it doesn't have a swell. Trappers tend to have a little swell in the centre. This one doesn't have, but again, I mean, that's the perfect trapper pattern. But what I was saying about long, slim clip points, they don't look as aggressive as a normal size clip point. And here is my Ashley Harrison clip point. Look how aggressive looking that is compared to the John Lloyd, the thin one. This looks like it's a mean, it looks like it's mean and ready for work, and maybe the wrong way, but we all know that it's just a clip point and it's beautifully done. I believe the British clip point is the nicest in the world. My opinion only. I am biased, but I think it is the nicest. And as far as aggressiveness goes, when you pull a knife out, when you live in this nanny state that I live in, that really would scare nobody. But that can have that sinister look to it, like a bowie can have. But nonetheless, this is just a beautiful knife. So again, it started off with one that I got just, much like Stag crept up on me. I got one, And then over this last few years, I mean, I've had this a few years, so this collection has really only grown in the last year. The last year. Um, and this has just grown into, my highest end knife and a lot of others for company. And I can see more in the future because they're great EDC blades. They're a great size to have. They don't take up room in your pocket. Stick them in a nice slip and you've got a gentleman's carry. And that's what I believe this is, something you can take out at work and cut your sandwiches with, that sort of thing. In the office for opening letters, you have that long blade to slice through your letters. I just think as a desk knife, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So there you go. Please like, subscribe and comment. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little collection. And down below in the comments, is there a pattern that over this last year that you have changed your mind on and ended up buying a few of? Don't have to have, 6 of them, but you could have, 3 or 4 where you didn't have them before. So let me know down below if there's a pattern that has caught you like that. Like my stag caught me out of the blue. Completely out of the blue, how many I had. There you go, Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. And it's been nice talking to you. Have a nice day. Bye.